G'day, what ho, hello, greetings, and welcome to our E3 Extravaganza. This is going to be almost all of the press conferences from Bethesda, right to what was happening today. Now, there is one that we're not going to be able to do, and that is because I tried to sit down and watch the PC gaming conference, and I almost fell asleep. AMD, if you're watching this for the 2016 E3 conference, get rid of the Jimmy Fallon, David Letterman sit-down talk interview idea. That didn't work. I did not like that.
Oh, okay. If they want to keep that thing, get Jimmy Fallon. He's a gamer. At least it's funny.
Exactly, yeah. Get Jimmy Fallon to do it. Other than that, yeah, that just was not working. I was falling asleep.
Even Jay Leno's haters will watch him over that shit.
Yeah, so that was not, we didn't like, I didn't like that at least. Apparently Ranger of Knights didn't like it. So we're going to skip over that. I will try and track down the PC trailers and all the other news, and we will do that separately tomorrow. Because I wasn't going to sit through 2.5 hours of that guy trying to be Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno or David Letterman or Conan O'Brien and failing miserably.
Or Carson, the original.
Yeah. Yeah, and just not getting there. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, other than that, I have 13 pages worth of notes that we have to get through.
And Oz has no, and Ranger of Night has nothing.
He's just going to run off the top of his head, apparently.
Yes.
It's all good. All right, so we are going to start with the Bethesda. After the Bethesda stuff, we're going to take a 2-minute break. You're probably just going to see a black screen because I'm not going to stop the video and then start it again and whatever else. And I can't figure out how to get the photo I had prepped, ready to go to actually show up the way I want it to show up. So we are going to start with Bethesda. And
but before we need to mention our grief.
Yes, right. Sorry, almost skipped right over it. Last week we lost 2 of the greats in their separate fields. So Christopher Lee, character actor, badass, heavy metal legend. He was Count Dracula, Scaramanga, Count Dooku, Saruman. He was a special agent during World War II.
He was a real James Bond.
He was a legend. He was the real life James Bond. He was an absolute legend, and he unfortunately passed away age of 93. And 2 days after we found out about, like 2 or 3 days. What was that, sorry?
I thought 96.
It was 93.
So I remember now.
Yeah.
It was the flip for Dusty.
Yeah, and a couple of days later, we lost one of the great legends of wrestling, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Can you do a Dusty Rhodes?
Oh, no. Don't even ask me to try that. I'm not going to insult the man's memory by failing horribly.
There's a video you need to watch. Is Dean Ambrose doing Dusty Rhodes doing Point Break? Imagine him saying, "I'm an FBI agent," but Dusty Rhodes.
That would have been awesome. I would have watched that movie if Dusty Rhodes was the FBI agent. Now, the only thing I can do on Dusty Rhodes is, you know how we do that, you know, that line of elbows, and then you do that
bionic elbow.
Boom.
The
that
bionic
wiggle, that little
elbow.
dance before the elbow drops. Ah,
Like, yeah, the bionic elbow, right?
yeah, the bionic elbow. That's it. So yeah, two of the greats. It's such a shame. With Kingdom Hearts,
It's
with
like what does to say. It's hard times, baby.
yeah,
Times.
yeah. I mean, we for video game in regards to Christopher Lee for video games, and with another death earlier this year, we've now lost Xehanort and Ansem the Wise.
Oh,
Kingdom Hearts, mate. Let's see if I remember. I believe Leonard Nimoy voiced Master Xehanort in Birth by Sleep, and Christopher Lee voiced Ansem the Wise.
I didn't play Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I did, and
It was
someone.
it was in the timeline, the hate JRPG timeline of my life.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a sad thing, and with some of the news that's coming up, that is especially sad. But we will get to that.
Talking about
Along,
death,
what was that?
talking about death, and I hope it don't come anytime soon. But I was shocked when
Yeah,
watching the Nintendo digital events.
yeah.
What's his name? The Super Mario guy.
Miyamoto.
He looked older than usual. He looked
Yeah,
old.
hang on a minute, dude. Never mind. I think it's a false alarm. Anyway, so with the sad stuff out of the way, let's get the good stuff out of the way.
We're talking about the.
I couldn't find. I didn't have a chance to find the bell. So
I mean the Super the Nintendo guy.
the what?
The ones you said his name before we Super Mario creator.
Miyamoto, yes.
He looked old.
Yeah, but he's getting on. I mean, Mario's celebrating its 30th year.
I always saw him old, but not that old. His hair was white.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
at least his Muppet still looked young, though.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a minute. For right now, we're going to get straight onto the Bethesda stuff. And first thing you need to say about the Bethesda press conference.
If what his name Howard, the Fallout guy, right?
What was that, sorry?
The Fallout guy, Howard.
Oh, yeah.
If his story is right, Gabe need to go back to with porn.
All right, so straight off the bat with this new Doom game, it looks absolutely superb. It's not okay. Modern day shooters.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
What cam are you for on in?
What camera am I on?
Camp.
I'm on my web
Camp.
camp. What do you mean?
Yes.
What camp?
There's two camp of Doom fans.
Okay.
Hate Doom 3, love Doom 3.
Which one was Doom 3?
The last,
Was that the one?
the one that was the flashlight.
Oh, the one that was all dark and you needed a flashlight because it was
Yes.
atmospheric.
Yes.
I haven't actually played it, but I've seen videos and I've seen photos in which it's basically a black screen with like a little circle of light, and I don't like it. I don't. Okay, I understand that you want to do a frightening atmosphere, I can fully understand that. So, and I can get behind that. But there's a difference between atmosphere and being able to see what the hell you're doing. And when you're in the middle of a firefight, you don't need your vision to this. Right, I want you just do me a favor, Ranger of Knights. Just doing a little experiment. All right, I want you to just do this. All right, just over one eye, close one eye. All right, that's basically your entire vision. Okay. Now you tell me, how the heck is someone supposed to shoot when that's all they can see?
I even do a normal life like this. That's invented myself.
Yeah. See, so I don't think that that's the ideal way of doing Doom. What they presented at the Bethesda conference, that was good. It wasn't too dark, but it wasn't bright and friendly. It felt like they just taken. It almost felt like they'd taken the old graphics and gone, right, hit the button, HD transfer. That's all in
What
HD.
do you think? I read many people comment about this one, so I want to know what's your opinion about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking about killing the enemy, and health coming after them all the time.
All the blood and everything.
No, the health, the
oh, yeah. Well,
the blue stuff.
Yeah. I remember it. Okay. Well, right, the thing with Doom, right, is that you didn't often get health flying out of it because you had to try and track it down. There were secrets, there were hallways, there were doors, there were everything where you didn't, where you had to find it. You had to search for it. I can, again, this is one of those things I can understand and I can sort of accept it because that's what shooters are now. In saying that, I think the ammo and the health in the actual gameplay we saw, and yeah, they had actual 2 gameplay levels that they showed us of this, was a little bit too what's the word I'm looking for? There was a lot of it. It was probably a little bit too much. I would assume that they're going to scale it down a bit for the actual release. I would hope so. That looks like easy mode.
I like to think about it as the guy that knows what he's doing more.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that too bad. Now onto the actual.
After watching Hell, I can decide what's more scary: this Hell or BSA Hell.
Yeah, they had 2 different playthroughs. They had the.
I see we have a viewer.
Yes, I can see that. Hello, viewer. We had 2 different styles. You had play levels. You had the human
space station, I think.
The space station, yeah, on Mars, and you had Hell. Now, like I was saying, it wasn't dark enough to need a torch. It was closer to the sort of brightness that you had in the original Doom games, but it was crisp, it was 3D, it was high definition, everything was shiny. The guns looked awesome. At one point, I got confused because the shotgun has a automatic mode. I noticed, like I don't know if he was holding down the attack or what, but it would beep for a minute and then it would fire 3 rapid shots. Boom, boom, boom. That was kind of cool, and it really would help on some of the smaller but damage sponge enemies, or deathmatch, because let's face it, it's Doom, and what did Doom give us? First-person shooter deathmatches.
I'm talking about Doom. There only one thing I was disappointed about.
Okay, what's that?
There was no Doom guy face in the end.
No, yes. We did, however, get to see his helmet. The beginning of it, you actually get to see his helmet, and then he puts it on, and you see all the heads-up display light up. That's kind of cool, and the fact that the heads-up display you're seeing is actually what the guy would be seeing through his helmet, that is a neat little design choice. I can accept the loss of the taskbar at the bottom for that.
And just miss the skull and face.
Yeah. But yeah, it just, watching it, the atmosphere was perfect. Even right down to the doors opening and closing. That hydraulic sound, that was perfect. But yeah, it was bright, it was fast paced, it was brutal. The traditional punch attack that you have as one of your first attacks when you play Doom has been upgraded to full-on power armor punching. You actually see his fist covered in armor, and it just comes out and wrecks someone's face.
Yes, Mike Tyson style.
Oh, yes, the bodies were just flying about. It was Doom. It was brutal. It was blood everywhere. It was what my little my little like 12-year-old self was giggling with glee.
Okay, my dirty mind. I thought you were talking about your little Oz.
No. 12-year-old Oz was so very happy. Now, I like that.
The game reminds me of the new order one. The one was the Nazi.
Wolfenstein.
Yes, it was similar to it.
Yeah. I haven't seen the latest one. I know the last time I saw a modern take on Wolfenstein, it was basically World War II Call of Duty.
No, it's not that. It's similar to this one.
Oh, okay. So they've actually, all right. Well, that's all right then. Yeah, I have a thing with modern military shooters. I'm sure there are people out there who are going to watch this that are going to say, you don't like Call of Duty, you haven't even played it. No, I haven't, but I know what I like. I don't like realism in my shooters. I like shooting aliens, demons. I like using, in the case of something like Heretic or Hexen from the 90s, I like using magic wands and fireballs. I like guns that shoot plasma. I like BFGs that will clear an entire room from just holding the trigger down. This is my style of shooter. This is what I like. This is my opinion. And this Doom from Bethesda, this one that they showed us at the conference, this is what I like.
I think you like Black Ops 2. It's more science fiction than realistic.
Yeah, well, maybe one day I'll get around to playing it, but at the moment I don't really have a computer that'll run it. And yeah, I can't walk up to a Call of Duty or a Battlefront, or not Battlefront, sorry. Battlefront actually looks cool. We'll get to that. I can't walk up to those sort of games and actually spend full price on them. Half time I can't even spend part price on them. They just don't interest me. Because the shooters that I grew up with, they were like this. They were fun. They weren't bogged down in story. The only shooter that I really like that's bogged down in story is the Shocks. This is what I call them, the shocks. System Shock, System Shock 2, the original Deus Ex games, possibly the new ones. I haven't actually played them, but they look pretty cool. I would love to have a go with them. The BioShock games, those first-person shooters with RPG elements.
Fallout.
Okay, those, yeah, Fallout, yes. Yes, I am going to get around to Fallout 3 one of these days, I swear. And definitely Fallout 4 if I can get something that'll run it. I love the look at that. But again, that's a little bit later on in the video. So we had that.
About Doom. I'm sorry, I want to say something.
Go on.
I want to share my opinion about something.
Yep.
See, gamers always say they want change. Something new. Believe me, gamers, you're lying to your damn self. You don't want something new or change. Every time a series change, you come late.
Well, I don't mind change. I mean, if they did a System
I'm
Shock
not talking
3,
about you.
yeah, I get what you're saying. But anyway, let's continuing on because we have a lot
So
to
the
get
problem
through.
with gamers don't understand that there's a saying, gamers don't understand that.
Yeah,
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
exactly. And with this Doom that we saw, Bethesda doesn't look like they're trying to fix anything. In fact, they're going back to the old one and just sort of dragging it, kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Yes, from
Now,
the old games house.
yeah. Now, with this Doom, you saw all the classic weapons. You saw the shotgun, the super shotgun, which is the double barrel for those who don't know, machine gun, plasma rifle, chainsaw, of course, the rocket launcher. It was all there. It was all very good.
Okay. Tell me I was not the only one when she saw the last one?
The BFG,
No,
the rocket launcher.
No,
No, I don't know, obviously.
the melee
Otherwise,
weapon. Melee is a melee weapon.
the chainsaw.
Yes. Didn't think groovy.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to admit, when he pulled the chainsaw out, I was sort of waiting for it. Because if you knew where to look for it, and I'm pretty sure we all know where to look for it, the chainsaw is the first weapon in the game. Did you ever... You remember playing Doom, and the first thing you do in the first room when you'd step in there, you would turn around, you'd go out onto a back balcony, and there sitting on a pedestal was the chainsaw.
Now I was meaning Ash from...
Yeah, I know what you were talking about. I know what you were talking about, but I'm just sort of, a Doom memory to go with that. The first weapon, if you knew where to look for it, was the chainsaw.
I'm a console guy and on a PC to play with when Doom wasn't.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, moving along. There is, of course, multiplayer, which I think we would have all expected, considering this is Doom. And it, like I said, I'm pretty sure it originated the deathmatch. Bunch of guys all local area networking together and just kicking the crap out of each other. They are also adding Snap Map. This is a level builder in which you can build your own multi and single player levels. You can add your own challenges to it. You can place the weapons, you can place the bad guys, you can place items. It is a complete level design system for your Doom game. And you can then put it up on Bethesda's new social network, Bethesda.net, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, Bethesda.net, and share it all around the world. This is good. Bethesda, just in this first game, Bethesda is knocking everything, well, almost everything, out of the park. The executions when you go melee with someone and you put the chainsaw through them, or you tear their head in half, or whatever you do, are brutal and in your face. And I'm pretty sure that the people that like to say that video games are responsible for violence and illegal activity and everything else are not going to like this game. But I don't care. Those people are insane.
They're stupid, not insane. Stupid. There is a difference. The insane people cannot help themselves. They're stupid.
There are two things about all of this that I am unhappy with.
Share your grief, my friend.
First of all, when you switch to the weapon wheel, it goes into slow-mo. It's like a Roymute has just entered the field and gone slow down. Not a fan of that. It feels like it just sort of takes some of the intensity out of it, I suppose.
Ooh.
I kind of preferred like the old thing where you just hit the 1 key, out comes the chainsaw. Hit the 2 key, out comes the pistol. Hit the 3 key, out comes the shotgun. Hit the 4 key, out comes the double barrel. Hit the 5 key, out comes the chain gun.
Remember, this is for PC and Xbox One, 2. It's not only PC. You can't hit.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, for the PC, I hope they have the option where you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and do it like that. For the consoles, I can understand that they need to have the different style of weapon switch, and again, you know, I guess that's okay. It just feels like the slowdown takes a little bit out of the game.
Just think of it as Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I know kung fu. The other thing,
and killing demons on Mars.
The other thing that I don't like with what they showed us, and I'm really sorry, is the release date. You want us to wait an entire year before you give us this awesome. You just teased us with two of the most beautiful pieces of gameplay I've seen at E3.
Mate.
And you're making me wait till spring 2016. I've got tears in my eyes. That's horrible.
Mate,
why would you do that to me?
Mate.
What?
For all the people that is annoyed about that, you're the last one. You should be annoyed. You don't have to get a PC to run it, or the console to run it. You can wait. It's not like you can buy it the next day if the release is the next day.
Hopefully by the time that comes out, I'm going to be up in America with a job, so I'll actually be able to afford that sort of thing.
So see, that is better. That the timing is better for you.
Yeah, still, I mean, even if they were to say, you know, release next month, I would find the first streamer that streamed that and I would watch it all the way through. Why? Because it's Doom. Right? And Doom was one of the first first-person shooter I ever played. So this is massive nostalgia for me.
I thought you would say the first because there one game before it.
Oh, there's a couple of games before it.
No,
but
it's
Wolfenstein. I actually got them both at about the same time. I actually got both of those in a computer to run them about the same time. So, yeah.
There's something I'm hoping for, but they didn't say it. You know when they did the Doom RPG game on the phone?
Yeah.
The main character was the descendant of the main character of the Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 3D. Seriously.
He was plus to it. They called the character. I hope they keep it.
Yeah.
So Doom in the future of that series will be cool.
All right. Okay. So moving on from Doom, they ran over Bethesda.net, the new integrated social platform, which admittedly they're a little bit behind on that. I mean, who else has got one? Activision, Ubisoft, Steam, EA,
And
PlayStation,
I think
Microsoft.
Drudging Keep is a better version than this.
Yeah. So, that's coming. There is a new, looks like a arena game called Battlecry. It's currently betaing in Australia and New Zealand, and I
It's
have
more
probably...
of the Valve game.
It looks honestly, it looks like Team Fortress 2.
Everyone said so. It's not on you.
Yeah, it looks like Team Fortress 2, which, that's fine. Team Fortress 2 is popular. What's that thing about copying being the sincerest form of flattery?
Yes.
But yeah, that's apparently already betaing in Australia and New Zealand, and I've missed out on that. Otherwise, I would love to get into it and have a look.
Yeah. It's only not flattery if in one thing.
What?
When you curse Jericho, giving the sweet chin music to Shawn
Okay,
Michaels.
yeah, that's not flattery. That's just a kick in the face, figuratively and literally. Anyway, yeah, so it's betaing in Australia and New Zealand. Global beta is coming soon. It does look a lot like TF2, so that's interesting. Arcane Studios announced that Dishonored 2 is coming. I haven't played the first one. Everyone keeps telling me I should, but I just...
It's a good game. I played it.
Yeah, well, there's no release date for it yet, but you have a choice of a male and female character, each with their own different play styles, each with their own different weapon choices, ways to play them, everything else. So
let me talk about it.
Go for it.
I played the game. So we have two players. One is Corvo, the main character of the first game, and Emily, the girl you rescue in the end of the first game. She's a daughter of the Empress that was killed, and you were framed of killing in the first game.
Oh,
The reason for the difference in play style, there is think of him like you from Star Trek.
Ew.
The guy that you see at the end of the trailer, the end that take the mask.
Yep.
That is like the Q of that dimension.
Oh, flippin' probably is a Q. But anyway, yeah. Now, from what I could tell, Emily has some kind of grappling hook thing. But
the power that was given to her by the stranger, that the Q thing.
Right. Okay. It kind of reminds me of like the Darkness.
You know how she is covering his hand.
Yep.
Her hand.
Yep.
He gave her there's a mark from him that is the source of the power.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. All right. So yeah, this I've got to play Dishonored, and apparently
it's steampunk style.
Okay, I don't mind that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've got to try and play Dishonored apparently, and apparently Bethesda agrees with me. They are releasing a definitive edition this autumn or fall, however you say it. It includes the first game and all the DLC.
Dude, if you want to America, I will send you the game of the edition game I have to play it on your PC3.
PS3. That would be awesome. We will have to organize that when I get over there, and I will give that a good go. So yeah, Dishonored is continuing on like a steamroller. Speaking of steamrollers, Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited has been released on consoles. Again, I haven't played it. I want to, but it won't run on this computer, and I can't afford the $60 or whatever it is to go and buy the game. Apparently, they don't have a subscription fee anymore, so the thing runs much like
Great Dwarves. Great Dwarves 2.
Yeah, Guild Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, Guild Wars series,
Wars 2.
where you just buy you pay a flat out fee, and aside
and the
from
Secret World.
Yeah. And aside from some online purchases,
An
microtransaction,
exception, an exception, inspection. What's the name? That
expansion
is not
packs,
the.
and everything.
Yes.
That's it. So that is something I will try and look into. And speaking of Elder Scrolls, we have a mobile game coming out. Elder Scrolls Legend is a strategy collector card game. Similar to if people...
Hearthstone.
What was that, sorry?
Hearthstone.
No, yeah, kind of like Hearthstone, but it's more Rise of the Cryptids, Transformers Legends, those sort of mobile device games.
You know, but talking about you mentioned them. Did you see the game they announced for it?
What game?
The the Optimus Prime single player game.
Oh yeah, Devastation. I'd like to talk about that another time. Let's just get through the stuff that we've actually got for E3 sort of thing.
Okay.
Like from these. All right, we'll talk about that another time. I just stay on target. And yes, that's relevant. You'll find out why in a minute later. So yeah, Elder Scrolls Legends strategy card game. I like that. That's not bad. Released later this year on PC and iPad. So it's an iOS game, and you're going to see a lot of that sort of thing. All right. So, and then the presenter says, "Okay, that's it. Nothing else to say." Almost got lynched. Horrible joke. And then we
almost got the walk of shame from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yes. He almost did. And then we got to the game that I think everybody was sitting in that hall waiting for.
War. War never changes.
Fallout 4. And one of the first things they reveal about the design process, all those panels with all those blinking lights and flashy buttons and everything else, they're all individually concepted. Every single one of those panels with those blinky lights and those flashy buttons have their own individual piece of concept art. This is a level of detail that borders on insane.
Obsession.
Yes. We want to get this perfect. We don't want the same panel being used every time. We don't want people to get bored with what they're seeing. So we are going to go to insane levels of detail to make sure that this game is incredible. So, and then they showed off a lot of their concept art. Yeah, that was a lot of concept art, and it just underlines what I was just saying about their insane attention to detail.
So what do you think about them?
I thought there was some pretty good stuff in there.
Yeah, I think some people were dicks about it.
Yeah, welcome to the internet. I mean, everyone's
especially that guy you like to follow.
Which one?
The awesome video game.
Oh, video game's awesome. I actually didn't watch their stream this year because I was busy elsewhere, and I was busy watching it for my own opinion and everything.
I watched most of them, and I'm not in front of him. I punched that guy.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be honest. I actually haven't watched anybody else's opinions. I've actually been trying to avoid those sort of videos so that I can come in here with my own opinion that's completely unaffected by anybody else's.
And I watched them, so I compare your opinion with their opinion.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought the concept art was pretty cool.
I got the question about the house going out of the Doom. I watched everyone coming about it, so I asked what you think about it. And That's how I know about the Doom 3 hate love
Yeah. All right.
cam.
So on with Fallout 4, the game actually starts before the bombs drop. You're actually creating your character. Dude, no offense, but can you turn the sound down? Because I don't want to get copyright claimed on it.
On what?
If
Okay.
you if the sound gets picked up by YouTube, I can get copyright claimed for it.
Okay.
So if you're going to play something while we're doing this, just turn the sound down.
Okay. I did.
So yeah, anyway, you get to create your character, male or female.
Sim style.
Yeah, and there's no sliders.
Sim style, like I said.
Yeah, I don't know, I haven't played The Sims. But yeah, there's no
The new Sim,
sliders.
the new Sim game has no slider.
Oh, yeah. Well, they basically do that. Um,
And I like when you do the changes, your wife comments on them like nice
yeah,
nose.
you get comments from them, which is pretty cool. So the bombs drop, you go to the Vault 111.
About the guy that comes to your door.
Yeah,
I'm sure that guy the guy that voices that character or the guy that voices Benjamin Franklin on Assassin's Creed 3 because he did the same. Oh yes, in that game, the same way he did it in this game.
yeah, that's entirely possible. Anyway, you get to the vault. Events happen that they haven't revealed to us. You know, it's all very hush hush. That's perfectly fine. And your character that you created exits the vault 200 years later, not looking a day over 120. He returns to his neighborhood. His little robot, his robot maid thing, Codsworth, I think it was called, is still online.
Who will kick C3? What the
C3PO.
golden one? Yeah.
C3PO. Dude, you are trying to get someone to kill you, aren't you?
No one likes that guy. They like the other guy. The other guy.
You just badmouthed Star Wars in general. I know people that would hang you by your beard and use you as a piñata with their $200 FX lightsabers.
If you can't find me, come to me.
I reckon they would. Anyway, so yeah, you get a dog, takes command. The word dynamic was used a lot at this point. Dynamic gameplay, dynamic conversation, dynamic lightings. You can walk away during a conversation. All sorts of other things. It is definitely taking place in Boston. They have confirmed that.
Do you think the name Gaylor will be in one of the 1,000
No.
names?
No.
I don't think I'll do either.
No. So yeah, you have, of course, the Pip-Boy is back, and this time it comes complete with games. It comes complete with Donkey Kong and Missile Command. I mean, Red Menace and Atomic Command.
Where's Jumpman?
Right? But yeah, that's probably on there too. Now, speaking of the Pip-Boy, the collector's edition comes with a Pip-Boy. Not only does it actually attach to your wrist, you can put your mobile phone in it. Why would you do that? Because there will be an app being released with the game that allows you to do all of the Pip-Boy manual stuff on your phone. The phone becomes a second screen. Now,
And like he said, it's stupid, but it's stupid cool.
Yeah, he admits that, you know, two screens. He thinks the whole two-screen thing is a stupid gimmick, but in his words, I actually typed this down. As far as stupid gimmicks go, this is the best effing one. Mate, that is one heck of a claim to make. I mean, two-screen gimmicks have become Nintendo's bread and butter. All right.
And Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah, people have been using these, apps like this for a while now.
Watchdog.
You've just claimed that your version of this gimmick is the best one. You could be caught with your butt hanging out in the wind, and I might not be able to get a hand on Fallout 4 when it comes out, but I'm going to be paying very close attention to how people react to your Pip-Boy app.
Yes.
And if this reaction is not OMG, this app is perfect, you're going to see my face on YouTube pointing out that you said this was the best two-screen gimmick there was, and you failed.
Yeah, it will be Australian style. There is an Australian style.
You're going to find out that I take those sort of claims very seriously, dude. We're going to see if yours is the best effing one.
Yes.
And I'll be quite happy to point out if you're wrong. But that's in the future.
Like he always do when I'm wrong. I'm 19% wrong, so he does it a lot.
So, yeah, that is going to be on the Android and the App Store, and it comes out when Fallout 4 comes out. I'll be watching the reactions for that. And if you have a bad experience with it, let me know. I'll call the dude out on it. Speaking of Fallout Mobile, and speaking of the noises that was coming out of Ranger of Night's iPad there, Fallout Shelter, a iOS only, yes, for the moment. It apparently comes out on Android in a couple of months. An iOS only game in which you build your own Fallout vault.
There's only one thing I'm disappointed about it.
Okay.
You can choose a social experiment to torture the people with it, like in the real games.
You can't. You can't? That's a shame. But, yeah, obviously your vault is the one vault that is the control. Your vault's the control. Your vault is the normal one that isn't being infested with killer plant spores, mutations, hallucinogenic drugs, and virtual realities with crazy people in control.
Yeah, crazy old man that think that like to be look like a girl. He's like an article in the 50s.
Yeah. Now, from what? Okay, you're playing it right now, so you can confirm some things for me, Ranger of Nights. All right, I'm going to read off a list of things. All right, the people who come to live in your vault are customizable. Yes. You can change their looks.
The look I can no if I can I didn't do it. You only can change. You give them the weapon and the uniform.
No, that's fine. That counts as customizable. I'll count that as customizable. Growing your population by way of Sims-style relationships and instantaneous pregnancies. Maybe that's the social experiment.
Yeah, we did that.
You've done that?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, there is no need to actually connect it to the internet.
So far, I didn't try it. I'm always connected.
All right. Well,
I want to show you something.
Okay.
You can see now.
Kind of, yeah.
You see, that I'm building something to see that you don't need time. I choose build. Okay, the room is built. There's no wait.
That is awesome. That is something none of the other games of that kind do. And as you can see, I have a special guest. Internet, this is Miss Charisma. Miss Charisma, Internet, how do you all do? We're going to get...
She's Kristen's partner's new partner.
No.
And then remember PNC? Captain Charisma and Mrs. Charisma. Coming
No,
soon to you.
not quite. But anyway, so that is, as you can see with Ranger of Knights, Shelter is currently... Talk about Shelter for a minute. I've got to let the cat out.
You sure? Okay, look, I'm a bad overseer. My supplies is not that much good.
So that's coming out. There are, you get
Good, they don't
invaded.
have the good. There is not social. You need to kill one every some day. They will choose me the first one.
So yeah, as Ranger of Knights has said, um, there's no paywall timers. There's no use this many crystals to get it done instantaneously. It all happens instantaneously.
And if you want to rush to get research, it's not a pay method. It's a luck method. Sometime you rush the rush and you succeed, and sometimes an accident happen in the place you want to rush the job in.
And of course, there are lunch boxes that you can buy, which will give you boosts and items and bonuses and stuff like that. But you don't necessarily need them to play the game.
Yes.
This is what free-to-play on a mobile device should be. People would be more interested if you weren't heightening the difficulty level to force them to go and buy the best cards available.
I agree.
Everybody else, EA especially, with your Dungeon Keeper failure, pay attention. This Fallout Shelter, this is the future of mobile gaming. This is what you need to do.
We just say bad thing because we care.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say things that people aren't going to agree with. I'm going to say things that people are going to get mad at. I'm going to say things that are going to be against what some of the companies are doing. And that is because I want the game industry to be bigger than Hollywood. Right? One of the first AAA big budget games I ever owned was Wing Commander 3. That game had live action acting for cutscenes. Mark Hamill.
I'm sure he was in 4, not 3.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 4 or 3. It was one of those two. Might have been 4. I have to look it up. But anyway, yeah. Mark Hamill played the player character. Right? This was huge. That should be what
McDowell.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell was there too. That is what gaming should be right now. That's what we should be getting right now. Right? We had Red Alert.
There technically is, but CG style.
Yeah, but I mean, I want the live action cutscenes like in that Wing Commander game, like in the Red Alert game, right, where they had George Takei playing the Japanese emperor or a Japanese general or something. You know, Tim Curry. Yeah, I know, that's hilarious, right? Tim Curry playing a Russian general. Okay? This is what gaming should be right now. On a massive scale. Gaming should be the new Hollywood.
Okay. I want game to be more closer to, Gollum and Planet of the Apes looking characters without the real people.
Yeah, exactly. This is what gamers want. Gamers want you to spend that money not on gimmicks or on DLC that they have to pay $5 for a month after it gets released or on the first day.
I don't have a problem with DLC. That is not item.
I have problems with certain types of DLC.
Me too. I don't buy item DLCs or map DLC. Story content, Give me more.
Yeah. Story content, I don't mind, but I don't think it should be torn directly out of the game. I think it should be created after the fact. But anyway, that's for another
That's
video.
Capcom stuff. The only Capcom do that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's for another game. Going back to Fallout 4, there is more news on that. You are going to be able to build houses and settlements. You are going to be able to gain resources through scrapping existing buildings, cars, items, whatever, and you can use that to build a house, build a settlement, defensive turrets, hire people to move. People will move in. You can get security guards. You can get people starting up stores, which will be the place to get the best equipment in the game, and all that sort of thing. You can build walls. You can build multiple settlements. This is all optional. You don't have to do this, but it will get you some of the best stuff. Item creation, weapon modification is going to be in there as well. The power armor, that is going to be able to get modified. This game literally has just about everything. Now, that can be a good thing, and that can be a bad thing. If they don't balance it out, if they don't have it so that, okay, how do I, Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2. During the game, you had a settlement that you became in charge of. And
yes, you meet Mario.
Yeah, and you that sort of thing happens. You gotta build things, make people happy, improve areas, do missions for them, blah 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 blah. And it slowed it down, and it was like molasses, and it was just.
Okay, mate. That sounded more like Assassin's Creed 3 than 2.
I don't remember which one it was. I thought it was 3. I thought it was 2, sorry. It might have been 3.
3, the one you do missions for the people you live with you, that was 3.
Okay, no, my mistake, sorry. It was apparently 3, but yeah. So yeah, that's got it basically got everything, and as long as they balance it out properly, that's going to be a brilliant game. Release date November 10 this year, and that's pretty much what we've got for Bethesda. How did they go? I think they for their first ever personal press conference, they pretty much knocked it out of the park. I mean, there's not a lot of. What was that, sorry?
I said not bad for the first time.
Yeah, no. They pretty much knocked it out of the park. There was not, I don't think there's anything really that I can say I didn't like. But, yeah, not bad, guys. Good job.
Not bad.
All right, so that's the end of our Bethesda stuff. Microsoft will do in just 2 minutes.
Okay. There's only one way Bethesda can make people angry about Doom.
Shoot.
If they show up the main character face, and it's a rock from the Doom movie.
Yes.
And you discover in a late tie-in Doom movie.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, y'all. All right, so that is our Bethesda coverage. I'm going to give you guys... I am going to vanish and go and find...
Just close the camera.
Myself a drink. I would I think if you need to do that as well, Knights do the same thing.
Yeah.
And
Close the camera, man.
I'm going to. And we will be back in just a moment with Microsoft. Back soon. Stay tuned if you're watching. See you in a bit. All right, I'm back. Range Knights apparently isn't yet. So we'll wait for him to come back before we continue on. I'm actually going to try and figure out how to get some comments. So if any of you do, if anyone is watching this and you have comments,
I'm back.
Welcome back. So shall we go straight on to Microsoft?
Yes, the big green.
Oh yes, big green, and my goodness. Right, they didn't hold back any. Right off the bat, they hit us with the 1-2 of Halo. Right, we got the new Halo, we got new Spartans.
Okay,
Keith,
I'm the only one. I know everyone that was excited about Master Chief. I'm the only one that was excited more about Nathan Fillion.
I was about to say, Keith David did voiceover for someone, and I've got in my notes, I'm writing down Keith David voiceover, and I've just sort of stopped. And the next things I've written is, holy crap, Nathan Fillion.
He was in the Halo Assault game before playing the same character.
It's just... Dude, what are you doing here? So Nathan Fillion's going to be in this game. This is cool. The gameplay looks pretty cool. The guy they made...
Ranger of Oz would write a fan fiction Ryan Reynolds as a Captain Reynolds in the Halo universe after this.
I'm just going to reach through this camera for a second, guys. If it blacks out, I apologize. I'm just going to reach through the camera and choke Ranger of Knights to death. Hang on a second.
Don't deny it. You do it.
So multiplayer will be at a epic scale called Wall Zone, and something is said at the end of the gameplay they showed. The guy that Locke was, I think that's the guy's name, was fighting, says the Master Chief was called You Were Not. Master Chief was called. I'm calling it now, it's Cortana. Right now, she somehow survived 4. It's Cortana, straight off the bat. I can see no one else it could be. Master Chief was called. What are you doing here? That's Cortana. It's got to have been Cortana that called him. So yes.
So did you play the games?
I've played a bit of one. I haven't actually played all the way through. But I have a Halo-obsessed friend that talks to me on Skype. Yes, you know exactly who you are if you see this video. You know who I'm talking about. That's you. The person who's watching this video and going, yeah, I think he's talking about me. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Is it Earth 2?
It's Earth 2.
Because I do remember him telling us a Halo fan fiction idea before.
Yeah, it's him. I have managed to glean enough from some of the stuff that he says that I know enough about it to be able to call it. I reckon that it's Cortana. Am I right? Probably not. But, that's my call. At this point, that's the information I've got. Following that came a new game exclusive for the Xbox One from the makers of Metroid Prime. This just got pretty big. I know a lot of people love those games. I haven't actually played them. I've seen some gameplay, but I haven't actually played them myself. I've played Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, well, Virtual Console. I've played Metroid Fusion, and I've played Metroid Zero.
I played a Metroid DS one person shooter.
Yep. Prime Hunters, I think it
I
was.
don't remember. That's the one I played.
Yeah.
And I was shit at it.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish the first area.
So they have a new game called Recall, and from what I can see, you're actually able to take the cores from, I presume they're cores, they're these little glowy balls of awesome, from robots and stick them in new robots and have them fight for you. Looks like an adventure, almost a Pokemon-esque Gotta Catch 'em All style game.
No, it's more of. I remember that have the same. Put the follow the machine in another machine type stuff, but I don't remember the name.
Wait, no. I think I know. Was that with the little medals? Metabots?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Metabots? Might have been Metabots. I think it was probably Metabots. That's the only thing I can think of. Probably Metabots. Anyway, the next bit of news was one that has surprised me and probably everybody else, and puts Sony on a serious back foot. Microsoft has announced that they will be releasing backwards compatibility for all Xbox One machines, including ones that are currently in homes. I only start off with a few hundred at the moment, but they're going to eventually roll them out until you can play your entire library of Xbox 360 games. Now, I'm going to admit that the whole backwards compatibility issue isn't really one Gesundheit. Isn't really one I'm concerned about because backwards compatibility really wasn't an issue until PlayStation 2 had backwards compatibility for the PlayStation, and then PlayStation 3 had temporary backwards compatibility for PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games. Gesundheit. Before that, if you wanted to play backwards compatible, if you wanted to play, say, a NES game on a Super Nintendo machine, you had to buy a slot. You had to buy an adapter.
That was it.
That was how you did it. And that was, that happened and nobody cared. Seriously, there was. I mean, it was expected, and then now we've gotten spoiled, and we demanded backwards compatibility on everything. But anyway, that's going to be happening. The rollout is happening. Xbox Preview members have already got access to it now. If you're an Xbox Preview member, you have it. If you're not, you're gonna have to wait till the holidays. So November, December. Additionally, for that, more hardware news. Xbox is releasing a Elite wireless controller. It is modifiable and customizable. You can pick what buttons go on it. You can pick buttons for the back. You can pick, all sorts of things for it. This is a thing now? This is something people want? They want to pimp out their controllers?
Pimp my controller.
they want to cover it in bling. You see these guys, they pull into someone's house, they're going to play, they pull this case out of their bag, this, the little silver suitcase, they open it, and there's this Xbox Elite wireless controller. And it's got like LEDs down the side, and it's like gold buttons, diamond encrusted thing. Is this a thing that people actually want?
And GZ, what's the name of the top guy?
I have no idea.
Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, there is some that, from what I could see, they're actually putting the paddles for like sports driving, like Forza and stuff, so you can just sort of paddle up and down for the shift or whatever. I think that's what they were for. They might have been accelerators, I don't know. But they're putting that sort of thing at the back as well. But do we really need a customizable controller?
I don't think we need even a system that can. We need it for a system, I think, my opinion.
I mean, I can understand a professional, Major League gamer, MLG guy, walking in with his silver case with his perfectly designed controller with the hair trigger and everything else. But regular Joe, you and me, that doesn't...
And less like regular than me and you.
I don't see the point.
I don't think the Madden FIFA guys need this.
Right. So yeah, after that we had more Fallout 4 news. Todd Howard came out all happy and all upbeat and happy and everything else. And the only real new thing is that between the Xbox One version and the PC version, you can move your mods around.
But not the naked ones.
No. Now, what they mean is like the item modifications you make for your weapons and stuff. Move that from Xbox One to PC, PC to Xbox One. That's basically all he was out there to say. Because anyone...
What I heard from an interview with him, if you can do any mods that you can do on the PC, and when you do it, they spell the saving file to the normal game and the modded game. So if you break your game, your save doesn't go away.
Yeah. That's the thing. And then EA came in. They pimped their EA Access, which is a Xbox One exclusive where you can play current EA releases and older games for $5 a month. Sounds pretty cool. Sony had something similar they were pimping out last year, sorry. But yeah, sounds cool. They are adding Titanfall and Dragon Age Inquisition to it this week. So if you have EA Access, you're golden. If you don't, well, you can access the vault, which is where those two games are going to go, for the week of EA if you are an Xbox Gold Live member or Xbox Live Gold member, however you say that. But that's not really going to help me because I don't have an Xbox. Sad.
You don't have anything else because they're in the United States of America.
Yes. Yes. So, what else? So, checking my notes. They also announced Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, describing it as the funniest, craziest, over-the-top shooter experience ever. We'll get into that a little bit more when we hit EA's thing, because they go into a lot more detail over it. But that is a thing. The next one to come, Forza 6 Motorsport, will have the new Ford GT that they have and they had it, or at least they had the concept car for it, in the stage area. They dropped it from the ceiling and just sort of lowered it from the ceiling. Beautiful looking car. Love it. But, new tracks.
Personally, I'm not a car lover.
I like cars that go fast.
I don't like cars that go fast.
I like cars that go fast. I think the Bugatti Veyron.
I'm a safety guy.
I think the Bugatti Veyron should be the next Batmobile.
So I never asked you this. Do you drive?
I don't drive.
That's why you like fast car. Try driving sometime and you will hate fast cars.
I'm always going to love fast cars.
No, not after the first accident.
Even if I have an accident, I'm just going to love watching other people drive them.
Maybe.
Like when I watch like toy reviewers and stuff like that, I'm vicariously living my love of fast cars through these people that drive them.
Hey guys, this is Ranger of Night. We have we have connection problem with Ranger of Us, but he will be back soon. So like I said, I'm not a fan of cars. Seriously. So let's wait till Ranger of Us to come back. And he's back now. Oz?
Am I back?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I've lost the camera for some reason. Hang on. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a internet crash. So yeah. Anyway, Forza.
I think that will happen with me before you.
So yes, Forza 6 was a thing that happened. So that's a thing that is going to be happening After Forza 6, they announced Dark Souls 3, but they didn't show us any gameplay.
And prepare to die when you need more.
Yeah.
Die. You played them?
No. Again, I don't have anything that can really play them.
I played the Demon Soul.
Yeah. Again, at the moment, I don't really have anything that can play any of them. So it's one of those things that I want to go get into. But at the moment, yeah. Anyway. Coming up next was some Tom Clancy games.
Yeah.
First up, Tom Clancy's The Division. We'll do some more talk about that later on because they were covered in their development studio's main press conference later on the list. So that is a thing that's coming. The Division with an exclusive beta for Xbox One Live players. Rainbow Six Siege will be released October 13.
Okay. We forget something about the Fallout announcement on Xbox One.
Did we?
Yeah, we forget to mention that Fallout 3 is free with Fallout 4.
Yes, we did. I apologize. I didn't have that written down. Yes, Fallout 3 will be released with Fallout 4 free for the Xbox One. That's it. Anyway, Rainbow Six Siege will be released October 13. We'll have Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2 packaged in with it.
That's why I remember the Fallout 3 because they did the same thing with it that they're doing with this.
Yeah. So, that will also be a thing that is happening. Windows 10 Xbox One exclusive title Gigantic. Cel-shaded graphics, fun, crazy-looking characters. The combat seemed quick, fluid. Looks like another party game, sort of like you go in a party, not you play it at a party. You could probably play it at a party too.
What's the name of the game? We made a better game.
What?
You play at that Wonder Woman bad guys, the giant chick.
Yeah. But
what's her name?
Anyway, I have no idea. I don't know.
It's close to the name of the game.
Gigantic.
Make it feminist name. It's the same word but feminist. Like you said, but
you're gonna get me in trouble. I can tell this. You're trying to get me in trouble again. You're always trying to get me in trouble. Why do you do that to me?
That's her name. What? I didn't give her the name.
Anyway, so yeah, that's they're going to be like giant summons involved and stuff like that. So that looks cool. A whole heap of indie games. They showed a whole bunch of indie games in just one big block. You had Cuphead, Rise and Shine, Phantasma, Solace Project, Westorado, Sword Coast Legends, Outward. Guessing that's the Outward. I typoed that. Whoops. More Goat Simulator, Game 4. I don't know what that was. Apparently it was there. Below, Ark Survival Evolved, Recruits, and Superhot. Aside from that, Tacoma from Fulbright Studios, Ashen from Aurora 44, Beyond Eyes from Tiger and Squid, and Cuphead from Studio MDHR will all had their own sections, their own trailers, and their developers coming out to talk about the game and what they're planning to do with it all. Microsoft probably had the biggest indie development section between them and Sony. They had so many games listed there. This is a far cry. We just lost the Ranger of Knights. This is a far cry from previous years when they focused on the Xbox One and just its entertainment section, Netflix, whatever. So that's a thing. That is a thing that is hopefully coming that they've got going as well. While we're waiting, all right. They also have coming Xbox Game Preview. That is basically Steam Greenlight. From what I can gather, you can purchase games, early access. The difference is you get a free demo of the game, and he's back. And welcome back. And your sound's gone again, and you're buzzing. Whatever you did last time to fix it again. Nights, you're buzzing again, and we can't hear you. Technical difficulty. Sorry, people. I'm just going to keep on talking until he can fix himself. So where was I? Yeah, you get a free demo before you pay for the money. You know, you can decide whether you want to. First titles to include The Long Dark, Sheltered, Elite Dangerous, and of course DayZ, because there aren't enough zombie survival games out there. We just need more of them. Right. Following the Long Dark and Elite Dangerous were released on the day of the conference. So other than that, the rest of the stuff will obviously come out as it goes. I'm not entirely against green light type situations, early access. Yeah, it's not green light, it's early access. What am I talking about? I just brain farted all over the place. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not completely against early access. Still can't hear you, Ranger of Nights. The issue is quality control. We like the Steam one, you see reports all the time. Jim Sterling had a massive issue with one of the studios that were doing Greenlight, not Greenlight, early access, whatever. Well, basically it's the same problem. There's no quality control. They don't really have anyone saying, well, that game's a piece of garbage. We're not putting that up. So all right. Let's see. All right, sorry, I'm just trying. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to figure some. Because we have completely lost Ranger of Nights. He's like gone completely quiet. Oh wait, I think we found him again. Talk, dude. No, we still got nothing. We've got two different things for him, and yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, people. We're having all sorts of issues. We've got two different things. I'm gonna try and eject one of these. Sorry, guys. Momentary technical issue. It's not working. I've got two of my own. I think we might. As soon as we're going to finish this, I'm just going to finish this, and then we'll start a part 2. I think this video is probably going to be long anyway. So just quickly go through it all. There's a new game, Ion. That's it. Rise of the Tomb Raider had a gameplay demo. Looks really, really good. Lara looks good. Rare Replay, 30 games for $30. Games including Banjo-Kazooie, Battletoads, Perfect Dark. Just all the best games Rare had. Also coming out, Sea of Thieves from Rare. Really looked good. Looked like actual game footage. Fable Legends, no gameplay. Valve VR announcement. Xbox controller will be an Xbox controller will be released with every Oculus Rift unit, and Xbox One games will be streamable by the Oculus. They showed off the HoloLens with Minecraft. You can do it on a screen. You can also do a holotable. Just playing with the environment, moving the map around, pointing things out for people who are playing that sort of thing, looking underground, trying to find resources. That's a really cool system, and I really look forward to having a look at it. It looks like a lot of fun if that's what they're going to do. They actually had to use a special camera to show the holotable. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to see it. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which is the enhanced original game, will be released. And there was a showing of Gears of War 4. Looks really cool. Released holiday 2016. So that's it for the first part of our thing. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to get a drink. We're going to try and sort out all of our technical difficulties that are happening. And then we will come back with a second part to this video. And I really hope you all join us again. If anybody joins us again. See you in about 5 minutes. This will be Ranger of Oz and Ranger of Nights, who is still completely mute for some reason. Signing off. I'll catch you in about 5 minutes. Bye.